Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about Brahms' The Boy 2. And this movie came out in 2020 and stars Katie Holmes. And it's a sequel to The Boy for some reason, and I thought this movie was pretty bad. It wasn't as boring as the first movie was to me, but this one was just more painful to sit through somehow. And there was barely anything I liked about it. And the only thing that I really enjoyed about the movie is the last 10 to 15 minutes of the movie were just turned into complete schlock. And that was the most entertaining part of the movie. Aside from that, the rest of the movie was really dull and boring, aside from some dream sequences that happen in the movie where a character just wakes up and it's supposed to be a jump scare. That I found to be absolutely hilarious. What's really weird about this movie is that it tries to be a supernatural film, and for those who haven't seen the first Boy movie, I'm just going to spoil it. There was no supernatural element to the first movie at all. It was just a guy living in the walls. And in this movie, it tries to tie into the first movie in ways that just make absolutely no sense whatsoever. And I have no idea what this movie was trying to do. It was just dumb schlock, and it was tame. It was just a stupid PG-13 horror movie that has nothing original about it, just like the first movie. Except this one's a bit more funny. Not intentionally funny, but there was some entertainment value for me. And unlike the first movie, it didn't feel like it was just one location the whole movie. Sometimes we got scenes where they were outdoors. In fact, now that I think about it, a good chunk of this movie takes place outdoors. And there's two locations. There's two houses this movie takes place in. Well, three now that I think about it. If you count an apartment as a home. It feels more like a movie, they're trying to make it feel bigger. I don't know, they're trying a bit harder to make a competent film, I guess, but all in all, it kind of just goes to waste because there's nothing really entertaining about the movie. There are no likable characters in the movie. There's no good performances in this movie. And everything is just dragged out until it's about to break. Or sorry, stretched out until it's about to break, my bad. And nothing really happens throughout the entirety of the film. Sure, you get a couple things here and there, but most of it is just nothing. And the antagonist of the film, I was not a fan of. I found them to be very annoying and very stupid. This movie didn't really have any rules, and I couldn't really get behind anything. I wasn't scared by anything. There were a lot of jump scares that were not earned in the slightest. And this movie is just encapsulating everything that's wrong with horror movies and just doing them. And I don't understand how this movie got made, honestly. I find it kind of funny that this movie came out in 2020, late February of that year, and it came out right before COVID hit. And it's just kind of funny to think about. The last big movie that people saw in theaters in 2020 was The Invisible Man, or Birds of Prey, I think, came out before COVID was a big deal. And those were the last movies to come out before COVID hit, and I guess that's why they made the most money in theaters, especially at that point in time of 2020. I was very thankful that this movie was on Netflix, so I could just watch it at 1.5 times speed, and it did not take long for me to want to watch that movie that way, because it was just dragging out everything as long as possible, like I've said already, and it was just overall a really bad movie. And I would say it's a little bit better than the first one. At least this movie has entertainment value, whereas the first movie had no entertainment value. but I still can't recommend either of these movies. They don't do anything exceptional, they don't bring anything interesting to the horror genre, and they're just bad movies, and I don't understand why anyone would watch them. So if you ever come across either of these two movies, skip them. They're terrible, and they're not even worth watching as funny bad movies. And for this one in particular, the overall entertainment value that I got from it lasted for about 15 minutes, and then the rest of it was just really boring. So with all that being said, I'm going to give Brahms The Boy 2 a 2 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos as always. If you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below what you thought of Brahms The Boy 2, and my social media links, they will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for The Thing from 2011. Because I haven't seen this one yet. I've seen only the John Carpenter The Thing. I've seen this one many times before, and I'm actually planning on watching this and the 2011 film back to back, just to kind of compare the two. And I've already reviewed this movie on my channel before, so if you want to hear my extended thoughts, then watch that video. But I'm talking about the 2011 The Thing mostly, and I'll be comparing it to this movie also, and we'll see how that goes. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.